Right, so now we're actually okay. So now we're actually going to show you how to make the compost pile, how to build it, right? So we have a bucket. You have to ensure that your bucket have holes underneath it. So you can choose a space in your backyard and ask your mommy, any space, ask your mommy or daddy to place some holes in the bucket. That is very important so that all of the water won't settle on the bottom.
So it could, all the water could run off.
Could run off, right? So this is a bucket we're accustomed using. Now what we're gonna do, the first thing that we what? That's okay. If you have some soil, you can use it. If not, we want to place some of the dry leaves that we collected to make the compost. Now the dry leaves is actually carbon, so you get all of that good carbon nutrients inside of your compost. So you base it with your dry leaves. Then Jad, where the food waste? Jad, rip up some paper, carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the same peels that we just got inside. Mommy's sweating.
Me too.
Right, Jad put in some in there. Right, we're gonna do 2 sets. Right, take back out some because you want to do. Right, so we have the food waste there. Put in the grass that we cut. You get a lot of nitrogen from the grass and also the food waste, so you put that there. Jade, you'll have to bring some water. We put in some paper. You have to rip up the paper as small as possible. Okay. We have some chip wood as well that we're going to use. Then we're doing the same thing again. We're going to put the leaves, the dried leaves. Where the food waste? The food waste. The grass.
Sometimes we have more foodies and this would come in a large bag make the size of this plant pot.
That is when we're doing it on a large scale, but for kids and for home, this is how you can reduce the food waste, and this is how you can get the compost. I thought I told you to rip the paper.
I did.
Here, throw it in. Right? And the wood chips. And we're going to top it off with some
more dry leaves.
So you get this inside your bucket, then you sprinkle some. No, that's not. Well, okay, put it. No harm. If you put too much dry leaves, it will take a little longer to get the compost. That is why you don't put too much, right? Put some water to get it wet. You could put some more. Some more.
Try?
Yeah.
Can I try?
Oh, you're wetting me.
Sorry.
Right, good. You see the water running out to the bottom.
Yes.
And you leave that there, and now every time you have food waste, so every time you don't eat the stuff that we send you to school with, every time I cook,
we come back with the things that you packed for us and we did not
eat it. We can put it here, but make sure that you put the paper, the dry leaves,
the
grass, and then you'll keep turning it. It may get some worms. We have worms in our compost piles in the back.
Yes.
You're not afraid to touch the worms?
Yeah. No.
I am.
Yes. I am afraid. I'm not.
You're not. So it may get a little bit of worms, but the worms is also good because that's what keeps it aerated, and then the worms will mess out what they eat. And when the worms mess out what they eat, it makes it.
When the worms
it gives it more nutrients. Yes. When the worms eat what?
When the worms eat the compost, it's more.
When they eat the compost, when they eat the food, and the right.
When they eat the food, in little pieces, the little pieces will end up everywhere, and that will be good for the compost.
Exactly. That is what you call vermicompost, but we're not going to be doing vermicompost. You're tired. So this is what your compost pile would look like when you finish, and this is what you want. And then maybe in about 6 weeks, which is a month and a half, it's going to be very dark and it's going to be very
soily.
Yeah. So now you are going to make your video and you are going to show us the ingredients that you use, and now we are going to post up your video so that everyone else can see how to make compost
for next year's camp, and we will join English Kids Agro, so we can have more people in English Kids Agro.
Right? So you all say bye.
Bye.
Good.